Welcome to The Explainer. I am absolutely pumped to have you with us today. Settle in and put on your thinking caps because today we're stepping into the shoes of a marketing analyst. We're going to completely break down the real under-the-hood mechanics of digital advertising. We're talking cost-per-click marketing, decoding those tricky agency contracts, and looking at the absolutely crucial role of your website's landing page. If you've ever wondered where your digital marketing dollars actually end up, you are in the exact right place.
Okay, let's dive into this. Have you ever seen a marketing contract that literally promises you the moon? Like, have you ever been pitched a package that guarantees unlimited clicks for just one flat monthly fee? I mean, it sounds amazing on paper, right? You pay one price and boom, the traffic just flows in forever. Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on the hidden financial incentives behind these exact types of agency contracts.
To understand why this whole unlimited clicks thing is basically a mathematical illusion, we need to start with the basics for any newbies tuning in. Cost per click, or CPC, is a digital advertising model where you pay a fee directly to the platform, then Google, for example, every single time someone clicks your ad. And here's the absolute, undeniable truth of the matter. Platforms like Google run on a strict auction system. They never, ever offer unlimited click packages to anyone. Simply put, every single click costs real money. To put that into perspective, let's look at some real-world data. Take the Australian market, for instance. If you're bidding on niche environmental search keywords, things like mold or bacteria inspections, you're typically going to be paying anywhere from $3 to $8 per click in Google's auction. That's the hard cost going straight into the search engine's pocket.
So, knowing that, you've essentially got two distinct paths for managing those costs. On one hand, you have DIY campaign control. This is where you set your own spending cap directly with the platform. Say you set a budget of $300 and get 50 clicks at $4 each. You pay exactly $200, no more, no less, and you own the whole thing. On the other hand, you've got agency management. An agency runs the campaign for you, but they're going to add standard markup fees, often 15 to 20% right on top of your ad spend, or they might just charge a flat monthly fee for their expertise. Both are totally valid, but you really have to understand the difference.
Section 1. The Unlimited Clicks Trap. Beware the flat fee. Let's see how this builds into a scenario that catches so many newcomers completely off guard. I want you to just think about the math for a second here. If Google strictly charges per click, why on earth would an agency offer you a contract with a flat fee of, say, $2,500 for unlimited clicks on a handful of specific search phrases? Seriously, if a click costs $8 and they get you 1,000 clicks, the agency just lost $5,500. There's no way. So how does a business model like that actually survive? Well, the secret is in the contract breakdown. Imagine a targeted campaign for exact, highly specific phrases, things like mold investigation Sydney or bacteria inspection Sydney. The client is paying a massive $2,500 flat fee just for these specific terms. But remember what we just talked about? The actual per-click cost on Google is only sitting around $3 to $8. Here is the real kicker. It is all about the hidden incentive. You always have to follow the money. If the search volume for those hyper-specific terms is incredibly low, let's say they only get 20 clicks a whole month, the actual cost paid out to Google is barely over $100. But because you already paid a $2,500 flat fee up front, the agency quietly pockets the remaining $2,400. The agency literally has a financial incentive not to exceed that budget. The fewer clicks you get, the bigger their profit margin. It's wild, right?
Section 2. Running a campaign, DIY versus agency solutions. So, if some of these contracts are just traps, you might be wondering, why not just do everything yourself?
Well, to understand why people outsource, let's look at an established firm from our sources, Horizon Marketing Solutions. Now, Horizon is a prestigious retail broker and marketing strategist. They don't just go in and buy a few ads. They offer deep analytical assistance, retail merchandising, category management, and comprehensive sales strategy. They provide this entire ecosystem of expertise that a total beginner simply doesn't have yet. I mean, just look at the intense hands-on effort it actually takes to make a pay-per-click campaign work. You have to meticulously set up campaigns, constantly add negative keywords so you're blocking irrelevant searches, optimize your financial bids on a daily basis, and accurately track your conversions. It's like a giant puzzle, and honestly, it's a full-time, highly analytical job. This is exactly why businesses are more than happy to pay management fees to reputable agencies. They do the heavy lifting. Section 3. The landing page pivot. Because generating the ad click, that's really only half the battle. Now we're going to shift gears and look at the critical journey of what happens after the user actually clicks. I absolutely love this quote from the source material. In competitive local markets, clarity wins. Structured data provides that clarity. You see, you could drop thousands of dollars on brilliant Google ads, but that click is totally wasted if your website's landing page doesn't use those exact keywords and have the right technical structure to actually close the deal. And that brings us to a massively important foundational concept, schema markup. Now, stay with me here. Think of this as a secret language for search engines. It's specialized HTML code that provides structured data. You are literally teaching search engines and modern autonomous AI agents exactly who you are and what your site is about. If you actually want to convert that paid traffic into real business, your website absolutely must speak this structured language. But here's the thing. Integrating your targeted keyword list and all this complex structured data, it usually requires a complete website overhaul. You're moving from a basic digital brochure to a high-converting machine, and that takes serious architectural work. The main things driving the cost for a redesign like this include your local competition level, your geographic scope, the current technical state of your site, and your overall content gap. Section 4, Website Redesign Cost Breakdown. The financial reality. Let's look at what it actually takes, dollars and cents, to meet these rigorous digital marketing standards. Let's compare the two extremes here. On one side, you have a totally free or maybe very low-cost DIY website builder. It's super cheap, sure, but it completely lacks that under-the-hood power we just talked about. On the other side, we have a commercial agency redesign, which, according to our data, typically ranges from $3,000 to well over $20,000. Obviously, that is a massive difference in investment. So what are you actually getting for that $3,000 to $20,000 commercial price tag? Well, the data shows that agencies provide the whole shebang. Enterprise-level technical SEO, complex entity reconciliation, advanced content strategy, and really vital AI search optimization. They aren't just making it look pretty. They are building a foundational digital asset that's engineered from the ground up to convert your ad clicks into actual revenue. That's something a free DIY service simply is not equipped to do. And that brings us to the end of our analysis today. I want to leave you with one final provocative question to think about for your own business. Are you paying for clicks or are you paying for conversions? An optimized campaign paired with a high-performing landing page, that creates real revenue. An unlimited clicks vanity contract, that just creates agency profit. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive, and I really hope this explainer empowers you to make some brilliant marketing decisions going forward. Catch you next time.